Today I want to talk about a new device for my game room. Now, one of the things in a game room, often when you have many consoles, you end up with a mess of cables all over the place. At least I know I do. And that was why I was excited when I saw these new devices coming out, and they are wireless HDMI plug-and-play devices. And what they do is they'll connect to the gaming console and then also to your television wirelessly. And it's two different devices, a sender and a receiver. And so that's what I'm going to unbox here today, is this Coolpie wireless HD sender and receiver. Now this says it's a 4K device at 30 Hertz. I think you can also do 1080p at 60 Hertz. It will transmit up to 150 meters, which is about 500 feet, I think. And it uses a 5.8 gigahertz wireless signal. I think it's basically similar to a wireless device or a Wi-Fi device, but they have their own encoded signal that goes between the sender and the receiver. So let's go ahead and unbox this device and get started and do some testing with it. Now to start off, this device, these do look like metal devices here. That's probably helpful for dissipating the heat. That way they don't have to have any built-in fan or anything. They can just use the actual aluminum here to dissipate any heat. Because they do obviously transcode into the wireless and then go ahead and decode that back into the video signal. Real quick, it says it is HDMI 1.4 with HDCP v1.2 so that I can go ahead and transmit streaming content also from our favorite streaming provider. Next, it does have the Coolpie instruction manual. It says, thank you for purchasing the Coolpie GT HDWL150B. Now this does come already paired at the factory, but there is a way to go ahead and pair the device if you're having difficulty getting them to connect and transmit the signal. In addition, at the bottom of the box here, I have the antennas. They are these bright orange antennas that look like they will connect here, just a standard Wi-Fi antenna, although they are quite large. I think that's how you get the extra distance. For a small room, I don't know if I could just replace with a smaller antenna or I can just continue to use these big antennas. They will be behind the TV, so it's not like I'll be seeing these large antennas sticking out. Next, I have these extender cables. These will come in handy because these are a bit large, so getting fit between some of the other cables, it might be difficult, and that's when this will come in handy. Two USB-C cables. These are USB-C and they require an external 5 volts, which usually can be provided from the TV or the gaming console, but it is nice that they are USB-C, which is a common cable that we will have around. Looks like a female to female adapter. I'm wondering if that is for, yeah, that is for go ahead and when you pair the devices. And then it comes with two other little connectors here. This says it's 8K UHD, and this looks like it's maybe a micro HDMI and a mini HDMI. That comes in useful, definitely for plugging into cameras and other devices, or even, let's say, a Raspberry Pi. So that's the complete unboxing with the two devices and a bunch of different accessories, depending on the use case of where you want to go ahead and wirelessly connect your display to, whether it be a computer, a console, possibly even a phone or other device might work. But let's go ahead and do some exploring with this. I'm going to do some testing. We can also do some latency tests. I'm sure you're very interested in how much a wireless device like this will add to gaming latency. I'll do my best to try a few different tests and show that on the screen. Okay, I am back now with my first test. And what you're seeing here is actually the wireless device transmitting to my Mac here with the wireless receiver plugged into this HD capture. So I'm also recording through my Canon camera, which I recorded the first part of this video with, But now, rather than have the viewport be on the camera, I'm seeing the viewport here along with what you're seeing, and it's actually being wirelessly transmitted. I want to come over here and show you what I have set up here. So this is the transmitter device. It'll focus, and it's plugged into the external power. That's connected here with the 8K adapter plugged into the Canon camera. And then that allows for me to come back over to here. And oh, I must have messed with the connection, which is why that's now saying searching. When I had, oh, it came back on there. I'll go ahead and stop this recording. But I just kind of wanted to show you how I'm able to wirelessly transmit from that camera to my Mac here. And it seems to be pretty good. It seems to be really good. I'm impressed with the quality and the quality coming out of the camera. Gives you a little bit of a behind scenes what's going on here. But pretty cool stuff. What I'm going to try to do is actually understand the latency or the difference of connecting directly to a monitor versus connecting over the wireless connection. So I'll explain here. I have Xbox connected with an HDMI cable to this 4x2 splitter. And what this does is it takes an input and splits the signal or sends the signal to two different outputs. One of those outputs is directly connected into this monitor. So when I start this up, I'll go ahead and change the source here. To get all of this done, I actually am connecting this through DVI right now for my computer. So I'll push this button and connect to HDMI. And that should then be the input from the Xbox. Then the other signal is going to this wireless transmitter, which will then go to the wireless receiver, which directly connects to here, and it's saying no signal because nothing is sending a signal. So let me power on the Xbox. And it probably needs to again switch the output here to HDMI. And let's see where we end up and let this run. So what I want to test here is how much faster or slower is the wireless compared to a directly wired. And they're both coming through, they're using these Amazon 3-foot cables, the exact same cables. So it should be an equal test. Again, this is the wireless side, and then this is the direct wired. So if I go with my controller here, which for some reason is not, there it goes, wasn't connecting here. So where is it? Okay, so there. So right now I have Indiana Jones. I could launch that, or I even have Forza Motorsport. Let's try the racing game. Just seeing a little bit of a delay. I didn't say I need to be online because I'm not connected to the network. Okay, I'm back. And I should be connected online. So let's go ahead and bring up Forza Motorsport. There's a slight echo because I think I have both monitors connected to the same Bose speakers.
Nothing quite matches the gut punch of quick acceleration, swiftly followed by the adrenaline rush of going over 220
There's a
miles
delay.
Building a car capable of such feats is no easy matter.
But I don't know.
Horsepower, advanced
If it wasn't side by side, I don't know that I would be able to tell.
are all critical to crafting these high-velocity machines.
Let's go ahead and skip this and go into the race. I'm going to try to race on this screen, which is the one that is the wireless, and try to ignore this side. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you seeing a big difference? Maybe in post-edit, I will see more. Right now during recording, it's maybe noticeable if I really try to look at it.
The Daytona International Speedway Sports Car Circuit annually hosts.
I do notice that the colors going through the wireless HDMI seem a little bit warmer. I don't know if there's some extra processing going on through the encoding, decoding the wireless signal, or if it's the monitor settings. I didn't factory reset them going into this. Side by side, you can tell the difference, but I'm not sure if on its own you would be able to. And some of these settings you might be able to just adjust in the monitor by changing either the contrast or the brightness level of the monitor itself. Here's a closer view of the wireless HDMI monitor. And here's a view of the direct wired. Can you see the difference? I think during post-edit I do see a little bit of difference, but again, it could just be monitor settings. I did not factory reset these ASUS monitors. Let's try another game. Let's start Indiana Jones here. And see how this game works. If I just jump up here. Oh, there it is. Yay. Take a picture. Okay, we've got that picture taken. Put the camera away and come down here. So what do you think on this one? Is the lag that much different? Gameplay wise, I'm not really seeing it. I'm curious going into this though, and it could be this device. Let's go to settings. And see what my settings are set at. These are 1080p monitors, so I'm not able to go above the 1080p, but I don't know if it tells me whether or not they are 60 hertz or not. So I think that's going to be my next test, is to connect this to a 4K display versus these 1080p monitors. For 1080p, I'm not really seeing enough of a difference to say that the latency is going to change my game that much. I am back, and with my new setup, and I have a lot less wires. All I have here on the Xbox is directly connecting the HDMI device to this. And what I have over here is the HDMI device connected. And I just went ahead and connected it to a cable, which then runs up and then back behind the television that's up here on the wall. And this is up in my gym, as you can see. And so this is connected here for power. And then I just use the female adapter that came with it to connect here for the HDMI to run to that. Okay, I have everything hooked up. I'm gonna set my input here to HDMI 2, which is where the device is connected. It actually does say it's coming as 4K 30 hertz. Interesting. Okay. And I'm going to come over here to the other room and get the Xbox controller. I have the controller here. And power this on. The no signal is actually coming from the device, it's saying. So, whoop, there it goes. It's on already. Okay. So let me log in. And I've come over to this other room. And let's play, I'm going to play Balatro. It's coming up. Now this game, of course, latency isn't going to really make a big difference, given that it's a deck building game. I think I can just continue this game. We can play this one out. Let's see here. Maybe I can discard some of these. See what else I can get. Okay. Didn't really help me. I think I'm gonna go for a flush anyhow. So let's just do that. And play hand. And I didn't win. Game over. That's fine. Here are my final thoughts on the Coolpie Wireless HD Sender and Receiver. These are actually really neat little devices. They are convenient for connecting, especially TVs in a different room or for conference calls, anything like that. Anytime you want to connect something and you don't want that long wire or you just want to eliminate the cable, I found these to be very capable devices for delivering high quality video and audio. I didn't notice any cutouts or any signal loss. Of course, I didn't go really far distance, maybe at the tops, 10, 20 feet. But however, for that use case, perfect. They do say it goes up to 150 meters. And with the size of these antennas, I think that they really do. Now, is there a little bit of latency? Yeah, it's a wireless device. There's some transcoding. You're going to have to expect some latency. But I was really surprised that there wasn't a lot of latency. I found the gaming system to be quite playable. It didn't matter if I was playing a racing game or, like I said, a game like Balatro, which was a deck builder game. It worked. It worked well for my use cases. If you're interested in purchasing one of these devices, I am in contact with the company that makes these, which is Coolpie, and in collaboration with them, I will post a link in the description that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel if you use that link. But not only that, I'll also post a promotion code that Coolpie will provide for me, and that will give you a discount also. So in that situation, we both actually benefit from using that link. So I do recommend this device for general use as well as gaming setup, or even if you want to just do meetings or streaming video or streaming games. I may actually try to use this to stream some games while at the bigger TV and split that signal like I did and send it over to my computer. I do want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it informational. If you have any questions or comments about this device or the test that I ran, feel free to post in the comments. And also, if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel. My videos are centered around gaming, whether it's console modding or reviews like this device and how it relates to gaming. So if you like that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for watching.